Well, hey there, Liverpool One Church Life Groups. I hope that you guys have all had a great week so far. And thanks so much for being willing to commit to being a part of a small group. It really is the best way to help a bigger church feel small and get you connected in with some other like-minded people for Jesus-centered conversation. This week in church, we were in part 3 of our Unfinished series. And I guess that the idea this Sunday really was for me to try and challenge every single one of us. What we talked about really was this idea about how there is a path that we can all walk on in our Christian life that can end up being better for your life and also better for your relationship with God. But it is a path, it's a journey, it's a route, it happens over time. It's not a one-off occurrence. Which, if you're anything like me, that might even frustrate you, because what we want is to be able to pray up a prayer and like rubbing the lamp, the genie comes out and God fixes everything and makes us feel like we're super close in relationship with him. But it's just not actually how it works. God works in a process, and there are 4 stages of that process that I want to encourage you to move forward on. The 4 stages, and this is me surmising really, were all about the idea of finding God, finding freedom, discovering your purpose, and then together we're going to change the world. Because what we don't want to happen in Liverpool One Church is for us to not be followers of the red text. And actually, I think we can make a mistake sometimes whereby we think that our fellowship of Jesus starts and finishes with our mere attendance at church. And yet what we find is that that's not actually it at all. In fact, even Jesus says, there are people that are going to call me Lord, Lord, and I'm going to say to them, I don't know you. Know you, that word gnosko, that means I know you intimately, authentically, in a real and transparent way. That's the kind of relationship that God wants with each and every one of us. But it doesn't happen unless we get intentional about it. So we spoke about this idea of you've got to find God. Like you've just got to choose to commit over the next 12 months to go all in. And I challenged you and I said, for the next 12 months, come to everything. And if at the end of the 12 months, it doesn't mean that your life looks any better, then come and find me and I'll find a new church with you. But then the second part of it is not just finding God, but also it's almost being willing to open your life up around other Christ followers too, taking your mask off, being transparent, because you can get salvation through a prayer, but you find freedom through people, through God's people. And that's what we really wanted for every one of you. And then finally, the final 3rd and 4th point was all about getting involved in a local church, because sometimes we can think that just attending is enough, where Jesus was like, actually, joy comes from the doing. It's not from the sitting. So I want to maybe encourage us all to ask tonight, where are you on the path? Where are you on that step 1, step 2, step 3? And where do you want to get to in the next 12 months? Or are you one of the many people in the room that would honestly have said, I've not been on a path, and now this Sunday you chose to become a Christian and give your life to God, and you got on the path? We salute you, we celebrate you, but if that was you, tell your group too. But the opening question would be, where are you on the path, and what's the next step for you?